Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and imagine the life you truly want. Not someday, not in the far future, but now. Imagine it as if it already exists, because it does, in your consciousness, in your imagination, in the realm where everything begins. Neville Goddard taught something powerful, something most people overlook. He said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." Why? Because what you assume to be true becomes true. Not by force, not by logic, not by physical effort, but by the creative power of your imagination. Your imagination is God. You are the operant power. Right now, you are not trying to become something. You are choosing to assume you already are. Let that sink in. You don't need proof to believe. You believe first, and then the proof appears. This is the reversal of how the world usually works. Most people say, "When I see it, I'll believe it." But Neville said, "When you believe it, you will see it." That is the law of assumption. You are always assuming something, consciously or unconsciously, and those assumptions are shaping your entire life. So if you're going to assume anyway, why not assume the best? Why not assume that things are working out in your favor? That the universe is responding to your inner state? That your desire is already yours? Let's go deeper. Think of a desire you have right now. Now ask yourself, what would I feel if it were already done? Not how would I get it? Not when will it happen? But what would I feel? This is the secret. The feeling is the bridge. The feeling is the key. The feeling is the doorway between your current reality and the one you wish to live in. Neville taught a powerful technique called SATS, state akin to sleep. It's simple. At night, when you're lying in bed, relaxed and drowsy, visualize a short scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. Feel it. Repeat it. Fall asleep in that feeling, because when you impress the subconscious mind in that delicate state, it begins to accept the assumption as fact. And then, the world reshapes itself around that belief, not overnight, not instantly, but inevitably. Here's the challenge. Most people give up too soon. They assume something for a day, maybe a week. And when the outer world doesn't change immediately, they doubt. They reverse the assumption, they cancel it out. But the truth is, persistence is the secret ingredient. Neville said, "Your assumption, if persisted in, will harden into fact." So don't ask, "When will it happen?" Ask, "How can I live from it already being done?" Let me give you an example. Let's say you want more financial abundance. Don't assume you're going to get rich. Assume you are already wealthy. Visualize your bank account full. See yourself paying everything with ease. Feel that relief, that freedom, that inner peace. Don't look for signs. Don't beg the universe. You don't need confirmation. Your inner conviction is the confirmation. And here's the beautiful part. Once you truly assume it, you don't need to chase it. It begins to unfold. Opportunities appear, people shift, ideas come. But not because you're forcing, it happens because you aligned with the version of yourself that already has it. This is not just theory, this is reality creation. And you are doing it, whether consciously or not. So take back your power, become intentional, start assuming from your higher self. You are not broken, you are not behind. You are not waiting. You are ready, right now, to live from the end. Assume you are loved. Assume you are supported. Assume you are guided. Assume your desires are already on the way, because they are. Your job is not to figure out how. Your job is to remain faithful to the assumption, even when the world contradicts it, even when nothing seems to be happening, even when doubts arise. Stay loyal to your vision, to your feeling, to the version of you who already lives that life. This is how you manifest. This is how you create. This is how you live consciously. You are not here to hope. You are not here to wait. You are here to assume, because you are the operant power. Now take another deep breath and remember who you really are. Let's take a moment to reflect. What would it feel like if everything you wanted was already yours? Not just imagined, but fully accepted as true. What would shift inside you if there was no longer a gap between you and your desire? Because that gap is only maintained by your belief that something is missing. But what if nothing is missing? What if the only thing standing between you and your desire is the assumption that it's not here yet? Now take a deep breath and feel yourself relaxing into the version of you who already has it. Feel the calm, feel the peace, feel the certainty. There's nothing more to do. There's nowhere else to go. You are already living the life you once dreamed about. Let this feeling stay with you. Because when you return to this state, again and again, you begin to dissolve resistance. And in that silence, in that stillness, you allow. The law of assumption is not about forcing the world to change. It's about changing your inner state, so the world has no choice but to reflect it. So keep going, keep assuming, keep becoming, because everything is already unfolding in your favor. I no longer wait for signs. I no longer ask when or how. I choose to believe now. I assume that what I desire is already mine. I walk through this world knowing that my inner state creates my outer experience. I understand that my imagination is not fantasy. It is the blueprint of reality. I return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I hold it. I live in it. And I let the outer world reorganize around my inner truth. When doubts appear, I return to faith. When nothing seems to be changing, I persist. Because I know the truth. I am the operant power. There is no one to change but myself. So I change my assumptions. I change my self-concept. And by doing so, I change everything. My desires are not far away. They already exist within me. And every day I choose to live from that place. Calm, certain, free. This is who I am. This is the life I assume. And so it is.